wishing for, and that is a ton of Mora.
But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm seriously done for. I'm better off wishing that my exam goes smoothly.
It's just an exam. Trust me, there's no problem you can't solve by throwing Mora at it. If it doesn't work, then just keep throwing till it does.
What are they arguing about? It's quite a spirited debate.
Huh? Really? You guys don't know? You need but stand on this land at midnight, lower your head and recite a special incantation, then your wish will come true. Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop. This, my friends, is the next big thing. A highly effective wish ritual guaranteed to make your wishes come true.
A wish ritual? That actually works? Right? Even Paimon knows that's just not
Bây giờ
how
anh sẽ
the
im
world
lặng,
works.
cày hết điện.
I didn't believe it at first either, but that changed when it worked for someone I know. It's this guy called Kunihiko. He's practically always been unemployed, wastes his days away, and he owes a lot of money. Like a lot, but get this. I don't see him for a few days, and suddenly I find him dressed to the nines and feasting at a high-class restaurant. I heard it directly from him. He used this wishing ritual, and the next day he woke up to find his whole bed filled high with Mora.
His whole bed was filled with... Wow!
Of course, I'm sure the part about waking up lying on a bed of Mora is a bit of an exaggeration. Whether you believe it or not, it's not exactly a difficult ritual. It can't hurt to give it a try, right?
If you're still feeling skeptical, just ask around. There are a lot of very compelling stories going around these days.
Really? Well, come on! Let's go ask around right now, shall we? Well, if it really is true, then just think of all the Mora Paimon could... Oh, and you'd finally be reunited with your twin, too! Let's go, let's go!
Welcome to Bonton Sangha Detective Agency. What do you have?
On closer inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff. Hey, see those two? Paimon remembers them from the AI publishing house. One's an editor and the other's an author.
Grasp the thought in mind. Clear like the light of the moon. As close as kin with you. No, thou. Wait, thee? Hear my summons, right?
No, it's not hear my summons, it's heed my summons. Heed! You're never going to get it down at this rate.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Whoa! Sheesh, you scared me! Okay. Okay.
Incantation? Are you guys trying out this new wishing ritual stuff too?
Junkichi is trying it out, to be specific. He's hit a bit of a creativity block recently. I mean, I obviously don't. But Junkichi never listens to an outside opinion, so I'll...
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? This is extremely important to me. People have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, struggling writer looking to get over a creative hurdle. Is that so much to ask? Anyway, I just know this is going to work. I have a gut feeling about it.
Didn't you say the same thing when you went to make your wish at the Grand Narukami Shrine? Oh, I just know this is gonna work. I have a gut feeling about it.
The omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck. Alright, enough of that. Help me get this incantation down. My new book depends on it.
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to sit down and have a good think about what kind of story you want to write. Where's all that self-confidence you had when you first started out? Look at you now, trying dubious methods from any old light novel.
Wait. What? This wishing ritual comes from a light novel?
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out of nowhere and took Inazuma by storm. As a fellow writer, I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is written, but everyone is saying the wishing incantations it contains are the real deal.
Look, Junkichi. Yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots of people saying that everyone who's had their wish granted using this method starts behaving strangely.
What's so surprising about that? They're probably just giddy with joy at having their wish come true.
This is starting to sound a little suspicious. Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami Shrine and ask Yai Miko about it? She's the expert when it comes to both light novels and the supernatural.
The new book from Yai Publishing House is out. Come take a look.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
Cho nó cái này nó hơi này.
Whenever you are troubled.
Mày viết nha, con Yamiko á. Yamiko nhá. C6 R5 E lũng quy. Tổng sát thương 1.2 triệu.
Miko! Great, you're here!
E quy. Cái trứng đó. Cái cây Kukuruma gì đó.
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine?
C6
It just
R5.
so
Đấy là
happens that I
C6
have a
R5.
wonderful novel. Oh? Well,
triệu
what did you
hai.
want to ask?
Well, we were just... actually, you
Đánh
were
nhân vật
kind
là
of
chỉ
busy.
số
Is this a bad time?
87 87 220.
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
Nó 1.2 triệu đó.
Lady
Một
Guji,
cái E nhá,
what
giật
do you
4
mean
lần.
nothing major?
Bốn
I'm
lần
begging
nhá.
you, you've got to help me save my brother.
It
Giật 4
really
lần
is nothing
là 200
major.
mấy.
I stand by that.
250 hơn.
Oh, but since you're so curious,
You two seem to have a good
Rồi
relationship
thêm
with
cái
Guji.
cái R giật 4
Please
lần nữa.
put in a good
Một cái
word
R
for
là
me. You,
120.
here's what happened.
120 ta,
My
150.
name is Kato
Đấy, 150.
Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo. All he's
150
ever
là
wanted is to become a swordman. Domon turned him away. Took
Là cho
one look
tầm
at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword.
600 đi,
But my brother
600 đi.
wasn't about to resign himself to
600.
defeat. He trained
600k.
every day as hard as he could, and finally
600k
proved
không?
himself by defeating one of
600k
Domon's
thì
best
thêm
disciples in a duel
250 nữa là
recently.
800.
But since
Bỏ.
his victory, he's
Đó
been
là chưa
acting
Kaiju 2 nhá.
extremely
Còn kia cái
strange.
Kaiju 2 là hơn nữa.
It's like he's become a completely different...
Tổng
you know, there really aren't as many evil spirits
Tổng.
lurking around as you seem to think.
Your
Your brother achieved the...
lúc mà
If
mày
it were
xài e
me,
của
I'd just leave him be for a couple
con
of days.
Yamiko á,
He'll recover on his own
là
soon
mày dập
enough.
xong rồi
No,
dập rờ
Lady
xuống đúng không?
Guji. If
Nhưng
you
mà e
saw
thêm
him for
một lần nữa,
yourself, you'd know.
nghĩa là mày được
I
2
guarantee
lần
you he's not acting
chưa
like
e.
someone who feels empty and lost.
Hiểu không? Hiểu nó không?
Oh, all right,
Đó
all
là
right.
được tổng cộng 1.2 triệu.
Then tell me, when did your
Mà
brother
mày sợ
spar with
gần 1.2
Domon's
triệu.
disciple?
Sợ số rồi năm
About
qua
5 days ago.
thôi cày tiếp đi em.
5
Quá
days
kinh
ago,
nghiệm.
you say?
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting up like this. I'm really worried about him.
Mày
Our
đừng đùa,
greatest
mày đừng
wish
đùa
is to
mày.
one day
Anh
found our own
C0
school,
nhá.
just like Domon.
Mà cái nãy cái
We
bút QR
can't
của mày nhá
jeopardize that dream now.
là 45k.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little
Một QR
confused. Are you
Ừ,
here to save your brother, or are you here to
là một
make your
cái
dreams of founding a martial
Ừ.
arts school come true?
Well, they're kinda two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
không, ý là mỗi vở
Whatever.
vui á là một cái
Let
giật
me
là
ask you
45k.
this. Have you
Một cái
heard
giật
of any
45.
interesting new
Hai cái giật
rumors
đầu
lately?
là
If
35.
so, I'd love
Đúng
to
rồi,
hear
mình
about
chứ
them.
hả? Hai giật đầu là 35 là tính 70. 70
What?
nhưng biết là 45k
Rumors?
nữa.
I
Bao nhiêu
haven't
nhỉ?
heard anything.
45k.
Oh
140.
dear. Well,
140.
that's
Nhưng
too
mà bù lại
bad.
chưa en yếu. Chưa en có
Lady Gucci,
7k.
please stop changing the subject. This is someone's...
Miko, he seems really desperate. This thing with his brother sounds really bad. Come on, you should help him.
Đúng rồi.
Okay,
Mẹ này,
fine.
Miko yếu.
Then it's
Yếu
decided.
được mẹ mày. Mấy thằng ngu.
Yay, Miko! So you're gonna help him?
Anh chỉ thắng mà. Không có tú yếu.
Kato,
Anh
whatever
đã nói
your
từ đầu
name
rồi.
was, these
Không có
two
tú yếu.
guests are
Chỉ là
trusted
khó đi
acquaintances
đồ
of
hình thôi.
mine, and
Anh
in
đã nói
fact,
rồi.
they are experts in resolving all matters.
Thằng nào nữa?
Yeah. Wait a sec.
Ý là
Really?
là La Hoàng hiện tại á.
Is
La Hoàng
that
hiện tại không hợp
hesitation that
với
I
anh
detect in
cô.
your voice?
Vâng.
So let me get
Thứ
this
hai.
straight.
Thứ
You
hai.
come begging to me for help,
Là
I
cô Đan
actually
cô biết
recommend
là
someone
phải
for
đi
the
với
job,
thần.
then suddenly you start
Chứ
doubting.
tại sao?
Not at all.
Tại vì
Never.
cái chu nổ
Whatever
của
Lady
cô là
Gucci says,
90
I
năng
trust
lượng mà.
wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to
Không
help.
đi với thần là
Please
không bao giờ
follow
đạp
me.
kịp. Không có con nào đạp kịp hết.
No, hold on a hot second, Miko. We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists.
Don't
Mà
worry.
anh Tom đã có lời thần.
If he wants an
Anh tính
exorcism,
nói
just
con được
grab a
cô
handful
có hợp
of
lý.
salt and mutter
Biết
some
được trai.
mumbo jumbo while you're sprinkling it around. It's a common trope in light novels, right?
Vợ bé mày.
You just have to have a bit of bravado. Well, you were the ones who seemed
Có cả
concerned
những mà
about
nhất.
his situation. Don't you think it would be a little
Vợ
unfair
thần
to
có những
make
mà
me
xung
do all the work? Besides, we both know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you
Thì
had a
mày
request
yếu
for
bận
me
thôi.
too.
Anh thích cái gì yếu bận.
This is an opportunity to demonstrate that you come in good faith.
This feels
Cái
all
ấn tượng đầu
wrong.
tiên mà lúc anh vô
But
Genshin á
you
là yếu.
technically have a point.
Nên khoái chơi.
So,
Biết bao nhiêu người chơi Genshin nhá. Nhưng mà
All right,
anh
let's
vẫn
go.
full đầy đủ cho nó.
Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
okay, let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother.
Anh Vun nhá. Anh Vun là tấn công
What
nè.
is going
Bố
on
ông
here?
cũng khó với cái mặt
Granted,
Genshin
you
là
can never
toàn
be
diện
quite
luôn.
sure what's
Tính
going
vật
on in
nào cũng
Miko's mind, but she seems
Không
even
yên nữa.
more disinterested than usual in
Nhìn
Yohei's
anh vậy thôi chứ mà một khi anh đã Vun nhá.
situation.
Là anh Vun cho tới. Anh
Well,
Vun là
a
không có
life's
nửa
at
chân đâu.
stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her
Anh
about
Vun
the
nó khi nào nó mạnh
incantation
thôi.
stuff.
Thôi thầy chị. Con gì? Con nào cũng ngon. Không thích. Mình tin con livestream nè. Đây. Kìa, tí anh sâu cho mình coi. Cây hết. Livestream.
How strange.
Meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after defeating Domon's disciple. But that's not important right now. Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way?
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers.
Everybody stand back!
Get down to business.
Order guide you.
Fall It's showtime! Bam!
Very. Finally, No.
Can't catch me.
Hello, sir. We'd like to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, are you debt collectors? Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to pay you back as soon as he has enrolled a few disciples.
Huh? Debt collectors? No, we're not here for anything like that. But, it sounds like Yohei and Shingo have gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle.
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to become a sword master, and
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his training. In the end, Domon had had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it. He blamed Domon for not seeing his potential, and even declared that he would challenge a disciple of Domon to a duel.
wait, what? That's not what we heard.
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version. My brother was...
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. That's ridiculous. He just lay there cussing to high heaven all... Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is teamwork!
Everyone on me! Can't catch me!
Hey there, we've come to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, you mean Shingo and Yohei?
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice of Domo.
Yes, it's true.
We're not here to sign up, but
Well, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Miko Shisui art. The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water. Mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover.
is Shingo really that strong?
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel, too.
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving rather out of character since then.
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he never used to do much except lie around sunbathing all day. But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days.
Oh,
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out. He shouted,
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists. Fine, I found my brother. He's at the waterfall, and I've got the salt you asked for, too. Come on, let's go!
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now that he has been found.
look over there. That's him at the waterfall.
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa. Hey, listen! He's talking to himself.
Woo! How's that? Can you feel the feeling of manliness? Found your own school. Ha! So shallow. How can a manly man aspire to something? Please, spare me! Spare me! I can't feel the manliness. I can't even feel the cold anymore. I can't take any more. I'm gonna die.
Ví dụ như
Yohei! Yohei! Save me! Save me!
như vậy rồi.
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help!
Huh? Who?
He stood up! And now he's coming this way!
No, don't come any closer! Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh, poor thing. Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever shall we do?
Well, how should I know?
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about something. Would you mind telling me what that's all about?
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
You don't know? But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how your brother came to be this way? Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully before you open your mouth again. This is a life or death situation. Your brother is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight away when he started acting out of character. And yet, 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me. You really expect me not to notice the gaping holes in your story?
But, I...
As you wish. It's fine by me if you don't want to tell the truth. But after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it will be right behind your back. After all, you did summon it together.
Ah! All right, I'll
Chắc
talk.
con nói
I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used a wishing
Mắt của
incantation.
Miko nó
We
dâm,
made a wish.
nó nham. Nham hiểm. Chị dâm thì nham hiểm nữa, muốn gì nữa? Không phải dâm à?
Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just
cô
have
phụ
to
nữ là vậy
recite
mà
an
em.
incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted. Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, spheres of light appeared all around us. After my brother wished to
Bị
become a
trừ điểm là
sword
đéo có
master,
đuôi
it
nha.
really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills. But his whole personality changed too. Because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword.
Không,
If that happens,
Chú
it'd
em mới
ruin
có.
our plans to start a martial arts school, and we'd be back to being poor. I just wanted to keep this under wraps until we'd managed to get the
Chú em hiểu
dojo
cái
set
điều
up and paid off our...
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Well, because with the
Uru
way he's
cũng vậy
acting
mà.
now, I
Ủa,
was
hai đứa
worried
này
that
cùng chung
rumors
dân
might
tộc
start
mà.
spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something, and then no one would want to sign up.
Thì
So
chung
I
một tộc
was
chứ gì nữa,
thinking
tộc
that
người,
maybe
người
Lady
thối gì
Gucci
nữa.
might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep his sword skills?
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes.
Thì ý là trừ điểm là không có đuôi thôi, hiểu không?
Stop deluding
Nghĩa là nó không
yourself.
có đuôi hiện
These
ra.
newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that has possessed him.
Với một người mê dây Miko khi nó xuất hiện cái đuôi.
You're
Nhanh
right. We were wrong to do what we did. We had...
All right then.
Đuôi màu hồng đẹp.
Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt and then draw your sword.
What is that?
It's the...
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Save me! Save me!
Miko! He fainted! What do we do now?
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Who's this? Ah, a fellow swordmaster. Come on, fight me!
He's coming! Be careful!
Let me try my blade.
Off we go! Huh?
I will have order. Gather!
Charge!
I'm going in!
I'm not losing. It's all part of the plan. Let's roll! Ha! Ha! Fall in!
Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Adventure time!
Stabilize!
Everybody stand back!
Cut down! Like...
I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
He disappeared! But he looked... Huh. Well, Paimon sure is confused. Do you know what that was all about?
We can talk about it later. They're about to wake up.
What am I doing here? Yohei? Yohei, is that you?
Shingo, are you alright?
Yohei, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword anymore. I even beat one of... I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now. But then I was terrified, and I wanted to take control of my body back, but...
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit and...
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted your brother until he died of fatigue too.
Thank you, Lady Gucci, and thank you for your assistance.
All right, take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now, having been possessed for quite a few days. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. Remember, this is the price you pay. At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture now, don't you?
Yes, we understand now. We won't do it ever again.
Thank you, Lady Gucci. Thank you. We'll be on our way then.
Miko, would they really have lost their lives if we hadn't gotten involved? And if so, why the heck were you so reluctant to help out?
Oh, they would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
So, what was it that possessed Shingo?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you?
Ah! Paimon's got it! It was an Oni.
Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed like it was trying to train Shingo to become bolder.
Huh. Fair enough. But it seems like it had the opposite effect.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, you exhausted its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared. Even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body to host the spirit, and it would have left of its own accord. Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that way. Still, the experience may ultimately have been more effective than me scaring them into submission with a little exaggeration.
Whew. Well, the main thing is that nobody got hurt.
All right, seems like we've wrapped up everything here. Come on, off we go.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure about that?
You mean you disagree? Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that book. Yes, I know the one.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really...
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually capable of summoning spirits and stuff, and loads of people are trying it.
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
But who wrote this book? And why? Don't we think there might... What do you think, Traveler? Well, when you put it that way, she has been pretty trustworthy so far.
Lady Yai!
Kuroda, what are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here. Please, take a look.
Let me see. What? We're losing market share?
Yes. Overall bestseller, reader's favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beaten in all categories. One book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Both of you, back here now!
Ủa, Yamiko trước giờ là tiểu... Nè, mày không nhớ cái sự kiện gì mà nhà sản xuất da,
You have a really scary look on your
sản xuất
face right
da
now.
đó, là của nó đó.
Things just got serious.
No.
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the novels of the Yai Publishing House by every analysis.
Vậy mà Kim,
Just what
em
is
phải
that
coi kỹ cốt
supposed to
truyện.
mean?
Vậy mà
I
không biết
worked
mày.
extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our thunder. I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
Nè, cái cốt truyện nhà sản xuất da là nằm trong cốt truyện chính luôn nhá. Nằm trong cốt truyện chính luôn. nó mới cốt truyện chính, cái cốt truyện mình cái cốt truyện chính nằm trong nhiệm vụ này có luôn. Nhiệm vụ này của hai nhà sản xuất mà lúc mà nói chuyện với nhau á.
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here?
Nói chung là nhiều cái nhắc đến lắm.
Am I to take
No.
it that the safety of the people of Inazuma
Nó
isn't so
từ no.
important in your eyes after all?
Gì mà chiêu.
What just happened?
Hoa lười dối à.
Again, you technically have a point, but this feels all wrong.
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come
Hoa này
on.
là hoa lười dối.
We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me outside the Yai Publishing House.
Can't catch me!
All right, Miko, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess? I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yai Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yai Publishing House with the status of Guji Yai and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous!
Oh, wow. Your first guess and you got it absolutely... wrong.
Yeah! Wait! Seriously? That wasn't it?
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate all the copies?
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient kaidan, or tales of the supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way. I think we're going to have a difficult time trying to rein in its popularity while it's the only work in its league on the market. That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next big thing. So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rival's sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Yai Miko wages war. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Wait, Miko, so you want us to write a novel?
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. I did say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary. Anyway, there is a writer submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into. When you have an idea of what the current trends are, come back and see me. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
I've been reading these days, though. The only recent. Not only is it a good story.
The Yai publishing house has held. The winner gets a huge amount of publicity. It's been the ticket to.
Can't catch me!
The key to a successful light novel, when to use illustrations, what the good illustrations can make up for bad writing. There's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words from. The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits are
Cứ
incredible,
làm
but
thôi.
it's...
Làm tới đâu hay.
I'll be honest. In most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this. By contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment. The protagonist is a kitsune who is not only
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized. Let's go tell our findings to Yai Miko.
Tưởng ra Miko không phải là sub đi bé, mà dạng là sub một luôn.
There you are. Let me introduce the team.
Dạng dạng là bút bút vậy đó. Lúc đầu anh nghĩ á, thì trong cái Genshin này
You've already met
chưa có một con
Junkichi
sub
and Shigeru.
Đại điện, đúng không?
Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the
Làm nó
author
thành
he's
sub
partnered
một
with.
luôn. Nó sẽ không gây
Junkichi's
drama
working
mạnh.
through a creative lull at the
Nó giống
moment,
như cô xe he
but
vậy đó.
all his past works have been very popular with
Làm
young
hệ lôi
people.
lên mắt tầm luôn.
He's developed. Satomi is Yai Publishing
Đúng
House's
không?
ace in the hole. Her
Giống như
specialty
là
is
con
that she can write all
Lulu
kinds of
nè,
completely different
Út Phụ Nữ
stories
nè,
and all under different pen names. As for what those
Genshin nè,
names
Út Phụ
are,
Nữ các kiểu
well,
nè.
that's
Thì
a
con
trade
xe he
secret.
cũng vậy.
They will
Phun
be
băng
teaming
nè.
up with us to collectively create the
nghĩ
novel that
con
knocks a
Yamiko á,
first-hand
là
guide to
phun
summoning
lôi luôn.
spirits off its perch.
Cảm kháng
So,
lôi nè,
feeling
rồi
better
các
about my
kiểu,
plan
kiểu,
now?
kiểu. Mà không phải.
It definitely
Không nghĩ sub
makes
đi bé.
sense.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences. All very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action. More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
Paimon followed pretty much all of that, but there's still one question. What are we actually gonna write about? For example, we know we need an original core concept, but how do we come up with one?
Before you can answer that question, you have to understand your target audience. Take A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to them.
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our time in Mondstadt and Lille. But that would make it a completely different genre than A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experiences. As long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
Alright, let's start with Chapter 1 then. What are you thinking? No one would ever go for that, no matter how you tried to play it.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9. Is there really flying emergency food in other worlds? How does it taste? And how do you cook it? It's a strong opening, an easy way to grab the reader's attention. Never underestimate the appeal of culinary-oriented subject matter. Food, after all, is a topic that everyone is interested in.
Hey!
Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novels you've read in the past. I think you really understand what we're trying to do here. Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so this deals with that problem.
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2.
Huh? Won't that do for now?
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain. Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go. Can't you see that Satomi is waiting?
Huh? What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time has come prematurely.
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence. Writer's block. It's your arch-nemesis for life, appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful!
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break. Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu, and get some kushikatsu for these two. Just the basic kind will do. Don't worry, this is my treat.
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll be getting paid for all the hard work we're doing, right?
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative process will be paid.
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now, for the sake of our paycheck, get your brain going! Ooh! Does this mean your inspirations come back? Let's see now. The protagonist arrives in Liyue and befriends a young man who doesn't have the money to pay for anything. Only later do we find out that this young man is none other than Rex Lapis himself. With the help of the Qixing and the
Nhiều cái mắc cười
protection
lắm.
of the Adepti, I am free to roam this vast realm.
give it a 9.8. The story is fun and action-packed with no dark undertones. Also, there are a great many legends about Rex Lapis. I'm sure it will spark the people's curiosity. I, for one, think there's a sizable market for this. Approved.
Alright, well, let's just hope Zhongli doesn't mind.
Great. Well, now Satomi can get started on that.
Leave it to me, Lady Yai.
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
When the Vision Hunt Decree comes out of nowhere, the protagonist joins the Resistance, starting out as an ordinary rank-and-file soldier. Find out how the protagonist goes on to make great contributions to the war effort, become best friends with the Resistance General, and get to know the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, working together with everyone to finally secure a grand victory for the Resistance. Huh. It's surprisingly normal.
I think it's rather good. A lot of people still like the classic hero's journey, from ordinary soldier to great leader, a fresh take on a timeless classic. One thing, though, we'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you the Omamori. Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true. The protagonist uses this spell to defeat the Raiden Shogun in battle. That should do the trick.
Whoa, so we're really going head-to-head with our rival on this one, huh?
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist recites the incantation myself.
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
The content is fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book. I can get the wonderful Ms. Hina to write that. She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. The people of Inazuma absolutely adore her. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yai Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation.
Welcome to...
Miss Hina doesn't. With Miss Hina getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come to us, but Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers. Maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. May your light novel sell well and set a new record for the Yai.
We'll do our best.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to understand your unique...
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished. Don't you think it's a very descriptive pen name?
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout Inazuma.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now. Do you really think this is gonna work?
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how a light novelist should be.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck.
Can't catch me! Can't catch me.
Ah, you've all finally made it. Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves. Multiple sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copies.
Woohoo! That's great!
This level of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work. Most new books don't sell 30% of what you've sold. I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment will follow shortly, and I'll notify you to come and collect it when the time comes.
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
Oh, don't worry. The change is already underway. Shh. Listen to what the people around us are talking about. The conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at Midnight, and your wish will come true! Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man. No one's talking about that anymore. The secret spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing. I've already memorized all the incantations.
The secret spells of Lady Kitsune? What's that?
You haven't read it yet? Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. They can make any of your wishes come true. I heard that the incantations in a first-hand guide to summoning spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of mora and got it, but then one night it all turned to leaves and he developed a high fever. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the discomfort. That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the ones everyone was trying before. Pretty much everyone I know is desperate to try it out.
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Well, feeling less worried now?
Wow, you're right! Everyone's shifting focus! But what's this moonless night that they're talking about? Paimon doesn't remember that detail from the brainstorming session.
Buổi gì em chưa cày mà em.
This is something that will become very important to us further down the line. All right, it's time to move on to the next phase of the plan.
Không là chị mai ngủ lố thời gian là một thời gian
There's a phase two?
cày.
Of course. Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh yeah, if we leave him to his own devices, he might just write another guide to summoning
Mày đừng
spirits.
có nhiều chuyện như thế này. Giết mày giờ.
Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for writing it was.
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author. He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki. But when we went to ask him about it, he had no recollection whatsoever of having written the book. Yes, this is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever possessed him actively sought him out. After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi. In frustration, he shouted out, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel!" After that, he lost consciousness.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So what are we supposed to do?
Là sao? Em nói vậy là sao? Chi giác là trí tuệ.
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? So we can just use its own method to make it manifest itself. And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role. Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
Chi giác là trí tuệ. Mà kêu chi là trí thức đó. Con mắt là thị giác. Còn tai là gì nhỉ? Khứu giác.
Miko,
Còn miệng
what
là
is
vị
this
giác.
place?
Mũi là
The ideal
khứu giác.
spot for a little
Mũi là
meet and
khứu
greet
giác.
with a certain elusive author. This is the place where we are most likely to succeed in summoning the spirit.
Khứu á, nghĩa là cái mũi.
But it
Nghĩa là
feels
có nhiều
so
chỗ gọi là cái
eerie here.
gì? Gọi là gì quên này? Khứu
That
giác.
seems rather fitting, considering that we are dealing with the spirits of the deceased here. What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally about to meet the true author of a first-hand guide to summoning
Thì nó là
spirits.
mũi đó.
Aren't you
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement.
Come on, in we go.
Hey, wait finish this quickly. Wish me luck. In the name of the Prinzessin. What a weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to show?
Probably a scene from ancient Inazuma.
It's a good piece of artwork and all, but looks like the artist signed their name. Rakusai?
Let's go inside and take a look.
That won't work. Fall before me!
Emerge, right now.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
More!
I can't stop now. They need me. I'll protect us.
To the fairy!
Emerge.
You win!
Wow, this place is huge! Hey, is that a mirror? There's a really weird-looking stool as well. Wonder what it's for.
Ah, I see. This setup is quite handy. Saves me a lot of work. All right, go and take a look around. There should be a mechanism somewhere that makes the whole room move. A sight to behold. Right here. Come on out. Emerge.
Xấu. Xấu. Xấu nhưng 18 cực tiêu. Nếu đủ rồi.
Right here. Emerge.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever...
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Come on out. Right now. Right here.
Cut down.
Nothing lasts forever. Show them.
This battle.
It's my lucky day!
Right now. Right here.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Shoot the fairy! More! Finally, I shoot the fairy!
I'll protect us.
Right now, right here. I'm always watching. Emerge. Right here. Dear me.
Nói chung á, con da Miko muốn mạnh á. Một là C0, một là C0 R1, hai là C1 C1 trở đi, biết nói không? Là không cần trứng nhé, nghĩa là C1 trở đi, nếu không có trứng. Rồi, đội hình bắt buộc phải đi hiện tại là lôi thần Yamiko Sangling Bennett, là bắt buộc luôn đó.
Show them. Right now. Emerge. Everybody stand back!
Whoa, it's that painting we just saw! It's turning this way along with the whole wall! It's getting eerier and scarier! What is this place?
Okay, next I will show you a secret kitsune spell. This painting is a swift summoning medium, which means I'll be able to skip many of the more tedious steps. The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn to it. You're up next, little one. Come on, sit yourself down here. Yes. The whole point of a summoning ritual is for a dead person's spirit to possess a living person's body. You saw what happened to that Oni samurai spirit. After leaving the host's body, he was only able to maintain his form for a very short time before disappearing.
Are we positive that summoning a spirit to possess the traveler isn't gonna have any lasting negative consequences?
Oh, you really care about the little one quite a lot, don't you? I'm a little jealous. I wish my friends were caring like that. Anyway, are you scared, little friend? Don't you worry now, it'll be over soon. Just think of it like having a sit on the chair, stare at the painting, and relax your body and mind. Try and be natural. There's really no need to be nervous.
Thì hôm nay anh mới cày nè, mà coi chỉ số Yamiko nè. 51 220.
Inside the painting. Huh? Is Paimon seeing things? Did the painting just move?
Số cao phết.
Recite the incantation in your heart, little one. Also, you'll need to have some intense thoughts going through your head. A wish, for example. Now, what kind of wish do we think it would take to summon forth the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits? Anyone?
Probably something to do with writing?
Very good. The wish needs to be heartfelt, though, so let me help add a little realism to the equation. The book is selling exceptionally well, Traveler, but we're going to need an outline for Chapter 4 as soon as humanly possible. When is the earliest that you can turn it in by?
The painting is moving again! What the?
Cái gì vậy?
I never thought the day would come when I'd be summoned using my own ritual.
Cái gì ta?
What have we here? Another budding writer? What's come over you all? Why is everyone wishing for help with their writing?
We got you! So you're the one who wrote A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits! What are you trying to do, Why'd you put that summoning incantation in the
Kỳ
book,
lạ quá ta.
What's your game here?
Huh? What's this? Oh, I see. No wonder this felt so familiar. I've walked right into your trap, haven't I? You ask me what my game is here? Well, of course. It was to use this incantation as a means for all the souls of the departed yokai to make their glorious return to the world and plunge all of Inazuma into a brutal, bloody war!
What? Paimon knew it! You had an evil plan all along!
Oh, did you now? Then how naive of you to let me possess this body so easily. I sense, yes, great power within him. Good. Good! With this power, no one shall be able to stand in my way!
Wake up! Quick! Wake up! We gotta stop him!
It is futile. You shall never wake him again. This body now belongs to me!
Hey! Come on, wake up! Don't let him take your mind!
Máu người ta.
Miko! Think of something! Miko!
Uống mùi tỷ lệ.
You're
Dưới độ này thì
Oh, Rakusai, you haven't changed a bit. You caught on so quickly. Too perfect.
Well, you made the face enough times that I couldn't exactly miss the hint. This is what you were going for, yes? Look what you've done to this little flying one here. Oh, poor thing scared witless.
You were having plenty of fun playing the bad guy a moment ago. Now you're trying to blame it all on me?
Rakusai? Miko, you guys know each other?
Yes, we do. Of course we do.
Allow me to formally introduce the author of no, wait. To be more accurate, it's Urakusai's memory.
Memory? But isn't he a spirit?
Ah, spirits, memories. They're just different words to describe the same thing.
Do you remember that recent incident when the Rift Hounds were gnawing at the sacred Sakura's roots? You witnessed human memories leaking from the ley lines, didn't you? Well, since there are human memories, of course there are going to be yokai memories too. In life, yokai possess supernatural powers, and even when they are a shadow of their former selves from a bygone era, typically yokai memories survive longer in the world than those of humans.
Indeed, indeed. I was wandering around the sacred Sakura's roots when I suddenly heard someone yelling, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." It piqued my curiosity, so I popped inside his body and wrote a novel for him.
So that's how it happened. But why did you include a summoning incantation in the novel?
Oh, little one. Not to toot my own horn here, but when I was alive, I wasn't just another kitsune, no. I was a mighty and powerful Daioko. But with this incantation, they can go one last little joyride in the world for a couple of days.
But...
She's trying to say that all the commotion this causes is likely to be a great disturbance to the humans.
Disturbance? I guess you mean that we might leave them with some broken dreams after we leave, hmm? But you know, I actually think that the most admirable thing about human beings is the way that they go out and shape their fate with their own two hands. As for those who would rather draw on external power than seek to improve themselves, it's quite right that they learn their lesson eventually. So when you think about it, we're actually doing the humans a big favor. Miko.
Yes. All right then. You finally convinced Paimon. You guys were right.
What are you scared of, little one? Don't be deceived by her day-to-day antics.
Not only that, Irakusai, but my latest work has beaten that book you wrote, A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, to become the most popular in Inazuma.
Of course. You were never one to make extra work for yourself where you can help it. And yet you went to all these lengths to find my painting room. And you were always the one to pick a quarrel with me when we all used to gather around and share stories. All right. You win, I lose. Happy now?
Ha! I finally get to hear you say it centuries later. Ooh, I must say it feels good.
I remember when you were just a little girl, always hanging off my shoulders.
Oh, Irakusai, how much time do you have left?
Not much. That goes for all of us, actually. Everyone's quite content in many ways, but they still can't help but ask, are we...
Don't you worry about that, Irakusai. When my bell rings, it means the moonless night is upon us.
Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Miko, it's been nice catching up, but I'd better conserve my energy if I want to stick it out until then. So, I'll be on my way now.
All right. Goodbye then, Irakusai.
One last thing, Miko. I just want to know, have you been well all these years?
I've been great, of course. Every day is a happy one. Especially these days. Not only do I have my light novels, but I've also met these two delightfully nosy outlanders. And even A is finally starting to come to her senses.
Oh, well, great.
Irakusai, you'd be right at home in this era. A great storyteller and artist like yourself would be the Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole. And...
He disappeared. Are you awake? How are you feeling?
Are you all there? Here, like last time, repeat after me. Oh, you beat me to it. Looks like your brain is intact. So, your first possession, What was it like? Good. Saves me from having to explain everything again. Hearing Irakusai admit defeat has put me in the most wonderful mood. In return, yes, though they only represent a tiny proportion of the Since you've come this far, why don't you do one last thing for me, hmm?
You cannot be serious, Miko! After all that, you still have more errands for us?
Nhiệm
You
vụ
guys
còn
teamed
nữa
up
nè.
to scare Paimon
Thôi thôi
just
thôi,
now.
mày
If
mày
you
tha
think
tao để tao đi
Paimon's gonna
ngủ
do
đi.
anything you ask for,
Mẹ mày.
think again!
Nhiệm vụ
Oh,
mới nữa
come
kìa.
on. I'm
Không
really
theo nhiệm
only
vụ này rồi đi
asking you
ngủ.
to finish what you started.
Ủa,
Besides, your paychecks are still in my hands.
Mày anh.
Paycheck? Well, there's no
Ba là
way
sao?
out now. We're in too deep.
Anh cày nhiệm vụ này xong mới đi ngủ mà. Gì vậy? Cái xô mày mấy à? Hơi đi quên lên coi nào.
I created another universe and founded paradise
mấy? Anh
for
hỏi cái
I,
số mấy?
Fischl, and the princess.
Xấu luôn hả? Ấn thánh nhân vật cho anh coi nào. À, mày có hai 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 bộ mic không? Đấu sĩ với lại hồi ức hay gì đó tăng 18 phần. Này nè, lên coi livestream anh đi. Coi có không? Hồi ức. Đây, bây giờ nhá, con Fischl xấu là rất là mạnh, nhưng mà cái chiêu của nó là búp theo tấn công, thì mày nên full tấn công luôn, là không có bích bộ lôi nào hết, ngoài ngoài cái ly lôi ra thôi. Ồ, ồ. Mày mày
I created
full
another
tấn công cái
universe
là
and
nên ba mấy.
founded paradise for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin
Ê, bộ mít là cân bằng cực kỳ dễ luôn á. Đừng đùa mày. Đùa em. Bởi vì thường là người ta bên chơi mít là sao? Người ta chơi mít là bởi vì không có thánh nhân vật ngon. Đi theo 4 bộ, người ta mới mít. Đúng không? Mày nhìn bộ mít của anh nè. Đi cho mày cùng bộ mít. Nè, coi từ từ, bộ mít nè. Từ anh sẽ mang đây, đây, còn nếu đừng nói vậy đúng không? Từ từ để nó đi cứ đi. Ừ.
And founded paradise. For I, Fischl,
Hên
and the prince.
Hên mày thấy không, thánh nhân vật của anh á lúc nào nó cũng đều theo kiểu nói chung nói chung là mày mày không có vũ khí phù hợp, mua xiao vậy là ngon rồi. mày 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 thiếu rồi, phải thiếu cái mày nâng đồ xuống, nếu mày nâng được đồ danh á mày lại lôi thần này bình thường đèn nhìn này năm ba trăm hai ha.
Speaking my name in
Đổi đây
humble
là phải
supplication.
đổi hết. Ý là đổi đây là đổi đây. Thì đó nghĩa là bây giờ là Honey phải lập cái danh sách là những con nào Honey thích và tỷ lệ thấp, hiểu không? Mày hiểu đó không? Bây giờ là Honey phải lập cái danh sách là ví dụ 4 con Honey thích nhất đi, 4 con Honey thích nhất, chẳng hạn như Ito đúng không? Hồi chiêu vé đúng không? Thì á, bây giờ Honey thích con nào nhất? Honey thích con nào nhất thì Honey farm con đó trước, farm đến khi nào mà nó đúng 50 tỷ lệ rồi 200 mấy thì sẽ một kích là Honey ngừng.
Well, hello there, my little helpers.
As if we had a... So, Miko... Also, to be clear...
It might sound ominous. Back in the day at yokai gatherings, once everyone had had plenty to drink. But now,
Honey.
the yokai memories that
Honey.
leap... So I will be
Honey,
performing a convocation
sắp ra.
ritual for them, gathering all
Ra
the
con Ayato
wandering
đúng không?
memories to... When the time comes, they will
Bây giờ-
gather in the sky
bây
above
giờ
the ground.
từ
All the
đây
preparations
đến
for the
khi
ritual have
luôn
actually
Ayato
been
ra
made
luôn
well in
là cứ farm
advance.
kỹ liên tục ra.
Remember the...
Oh, yeah!
Nếu mà
Something about reciting...
That's the one. Actually, it's not a wish-granting incantation at all. When that time comes, let's all pitch in. I will start the ritual preparations shortly. First, tell the shrine maidens to leave the mountain. During the Hyakyako, a whole swarm of yokai memories. After that, I will commence the memories are normally... They may see this as an opportunity...
Alright, got it.
Well, if at that point you felt like coming to the shrine and getting a close-up view of the...
Okay,
Ở
let's
ngoài á,
get
mày
going.
có con xin view không? Thì ý là còn nếu mà còn đồ như đẹp nữa thì quăng trong xin view luôn. Mà xin view mình chơi mít, mình chơi mít là 2 công thức với lại 2
Miko
quỷ.
said the ritual
Hiểu
she's
không?
gonna perform...
I see.
Đó.
We'll be taking
Đó,
care
nghĩa
of
là
a couple other...
It
mình
seems
farm
like
một-
Lady Guji
một thánh
places
nhân
great trust. Lady Guji's
loại thánh
never
nhân vật
allowed
farm cho
anyone
3
else to
con.
be in her presence.
Đó,
We
lợi
thank
không?
you for
Là
helping
Honey
with the
tiết kiệm,
Don't worry, we're...
tính ra Honey tiết kiệm rất là nhiều thánh nhân vật á,
Miko's about to start
tiết
the
kiệm rất là
ritual.
nhiều
Come
nữa.
on, let's go deal with the monsters down the mountain.
Nếu bây giờ mình có farm đúng không? Ví dụ trong vòng 3 tháng, sau 3 tháng đi, Honey cứ tập trung Honey farm. Anh nói nha, cái dấu ấn á, từ lúc lôi thần ra tới giờ Anh farm liên tục luôn á, anh kiên trì với luôn. Nhiều khi cũng á, anh nản với luôn nhưng mà những khi nè, cho dù nhá, anh lấy con Ela nhá, anh lấy con Ela đéo farm luôn, anh đéo farm luôn mà. Anh mặc farm mỡ xấu, Ela đồ xấu mà xấu. Hiện nay nhìn nè, em nhìn nè, con nhưng mà không có tỷ lệ, em đang cần tỷ lệ thôi, số thương mục đích không cần, không cần tinh thông rồi thấy không, mình bỏ cái tỷ lệ, cái này là anh mặc tạm thôi. Anh cần tỷ lệ phải 5/50 mới chịu.
Let's get rid of them as fast as we can. All right, here they come.
Nhiều khi mình khoái con tướng đó quá, mình không nó bị thọt ra mình nữa. Hồi xưa đôi thần quân đó, đôi thần quân anh thấy những người ta chém mấy trăm người ta cũng xây không mà người ta chém này mình chém không có được đau thế này cay vậy luôn. Cái này mới tìm hiểu.
Everybody stand back. Go Barbara go.
As you wish, chém người ta không bên nét, đợi nó bên nét để chấp 20. 20, lép 17, 18 nữa.
I summon thee.
Hôm nay thôi này cứ farm đi, con tướng mới nào ra thì cứ kệ nó, còn chơi dài. Farm con nào nó ổn, 50 tỷ lệ bộ kích lên 150 cũng được, không cần nhiều.
Speed of light.
Tỷ lệ 50 đo đẹp.
Come on, you can do it.
Quân. Thôi này có tưởng tượng đi, tỷ lệ mà tầm 50-60 thôi thì chém sướng.
Let's dance. Teamwork is dreamwork. Oz, reveal myself.
Có lẽ hơi là mình về chồng yêu của mình yếu. Đi giá xuôi. Cái này liên tục đi hết xuôi. Ôi, người ai cũng xuôi mãi được. Lúc đầu anh cũng nghĩ anh xuôi farm nó ra rồi. Nó ra kiên trì là được.
How far along do you think the ritual is? Let's head back to the Grand Narukami Shrine and take a look.
Anh thì không có gì vội. Anh cứ từ từ. Cái tình yêu đến thì những gì nó sẽ đến.
Wow, so many! They're everywhere! Huh?
Yes, the memories of the yokai. They haven't been able to relax and soar through the air like this for a long time. Come with me. You all right, little one? You look a little nervous.
It's just, Hyman's never seen anything like this before. Whoa, they've really blocked out the moon!
Con này mà không cày là không kịp con này.
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud and brash at times, but they are good and brave souls. Even after losing their lives in a brutal war, they have never given in to grief or despair. Alas, their time is short.
Do they really have to go?
It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment, in reverence I perform this rite.
In reverence, I perform this rite.
To be a guiding light.
Wow, so beautiful! Look! Lights are coming from Inazuma City!
The book says, recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
Murakusai, you asked if I was doing well. Really, every day is a happy day for me. But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course. Just as I thought. The ritual went very smoothly. Thank you, Oh, I'm great.
But the look on your face just now...
I'm fine, seriously. No. Honestly, you two...
Miko...
Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something for me, you can treat me to a meal.
Sure, no problem. A meal it is.
Okay. Well, see you soon then.
Anh quên kết nối mẹ gì à? Bây giờ Honey cần một kế hoạch. Nó lập kế hoạch gì nha Honey? Là thánh nhân vật thì có cày tới rồi. Cày tới. Anh thường là anh sẽ nâng cấp trước 90 hết luôn.
Today's the day we agreed
Xong rồi
to
anh
treat Miko to a
nâng
meal.
vũ khí.
The venue
Nâng
is
vũ khí rồi
Uyu
đâu.
Restaurant.
Nâng
Let's
vũ khí
go!
xong rồi anh mới nâng thiên phú. Xong rồi nâng thiên phú xong rồi mới nâng thánh nhân vật. Nếu mà có thánh nhân vật sẵn rồi thì không sao. Còn chưa có thì nó thanh. Nói chung là thánh nhân vật.
Off we go!
Không, sai nha. Bây giờ em đâu có biết con Ayato là
Wait is
cần gì đâu.
unbearable. How is the next chapter of the miraculous adventures of the traveler not released yet?
Không, ý là Ayato em đâu có biết nó cái skill nó cần gì đâu. Chẳng hạn nó full HP hay sao? Hiểu nó không? mà 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 lỡ nó nói là cần kêu nó cần HP sao hình này. À không, hơi đi là hơi đi đổi người yêu như đổi sắm vậy đó. Đổi
It was
thắng gì
quite
đổi
a
nhiều.
surprise when the...
Yeah, that huge black cloud over Mount Yoke.
But then nothing happened.
Yeah.
That night was...
Huh? Paimon can't see Miko anywhere. Guess she's not out here.
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste buds?
Xong nhiệm vụ này. Rồi.
Ah, my little friends. There you are.
Miko, what is this? You started eating without us?
I did, yes. You're paying after all. The thought of being able to eat the most expensive dishes and drink the finest sake, all for absolutely free? Oh, I just couldn't wait any longer. Ah, boss, see these two faces here? Remember them. They're the ones picking up the bill later.
Cái AR, nếu mà một cái ạc 60 á, một cái ạc 60 nhá, là cày trước mày luôn hơn. Ừ. 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 Kinh nghiệm kìa, kinh nghiệm của AR á. Ừ. 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 Oh.
What's gotten into you? Come on, sit yourselves down. You have to try this fish. It's found exclusively in the waters around Seirai Island. They shipped it to Inazuma overnight,
Thì ra
and
là
it was
vậy.
still alive right up until I ordered it. Or maybe you'd rather try this? I know, I know. I normally can't bring myself to drink sake this expensive either. If you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too. There are all kinds of fruit juices covering the whole price spectrum.
Miko, you are outrageous!
Chết mẹ, sắp hết
Last
đá.
time we were here working on the novel,
Phải đi
all
cày
you
đá mới
ordered
được.
for us was the plainest kushikatsu!
Strange. I remember no such thing. Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal, didn't you?
Miko, this meal is going to be super expensive! Aren't you afraid we won't be able to afford it?
Oh, don't you worry about that. You can most definitely afford it. They're still printing your light novel by the batch, you know. You have quite the generous payment due.
What? Aw, darn it! She tricked us into this! Miko was after our Mora from the very beginning!
Oh, the looks on your faces wishes right now. Too perfect. Oh, by the way, since nobody's wishes came true on the moonless night, novels with incantations are no longer in vogue. So you'll have to come up with something new for the next chapter of The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler. The deadline is looming. I'm counting on you.
Welcome to Uyu Restaurant. Please talk to me if you want to order.
That's just like Erika, always refining her craft.